about my crazy brother and his shenanigans. You'll probably hear plenty of these stories. Okay, though, to set up the scene, we're home. My brother, who was probably about 5 at the time, I was 6. It was the late 80s. And my mom and stepfather were in the room. My middle brother, I'm not sure where he was in this whole scenario. I'm pretty sure he was in the room as well. And my youngest brother was not born yet. So I'm sitting in the living room, crisscross applesauce, minding my business, watching the Cosby Show. And I remember watching the Cosby Show specifically. I don't know why. That show is a classic, and that's what I was watching. And out of nowhere, my brother, who's supposed to be watching this show with me, comes running out into the living room. Chanel, come here. It's smoke coming out the trash can. Just come here. I don't want to come here. I don't know what you're doing. I don't want to be involved. I'm not interested in any smoke coming out the trash can or out. What are you doing back over there? I'm not interested. I don't want it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go. What are you in there doing? I don't want any involvement with what you're doing. But I go in the kitchen, hit the corner of the scene, and immediately turn back around. All I see is smoke come in the kitchen. I don't see the trash can. I just see the smoke, and I turn back around. I don't want any involvement in anything he's doing, and any of smoke. Why is smoke coming out of the kitchen when mommy is in the room? What are you in there doing? I don't want no involvement. And very shortly after I went and sat right back down in front of the television, the smoke alarm goes off. My mom and my stepfather come running out into the dining room area, which was right next to the kitchen, to address my brother. And apparently I can hear the conversation in air where the trash can is on fire. I really don't know how she put it out, but I know she put the fire out, because I, again, am still sitting in this other room. But the fire is put out, and then I start hearing questioning with him going on, and all of a sudden, which was expected, Chanel, get in here. Chanel, get in here. Okay. So I come in to the dining room area and immediately get pummeled with, what was you doing? Why you ain't watching your brother? What I wanted to say was, why ain't you watching your child? Why ain't you watching your son? But what I really said was, watching TV. I got interrogated and questioned about why I was not watching my brother, and why wasn't he sitting down with me? And these are the questions they're asking me. And at some point, they asked me to go get the belt. For who? Him? I knew they're not talking about for me. I knew that's not what's about to go down. I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. I did get a whooping, and I got sent to my room. And I just remember going to my room and sitting on my bed and thinking, being in deep thought about this whole situation in regards to how and why I got in trouble. When in reality, I don't feel like I was able to prevent this any more than she was able to prevent this, or they were able to prevent this whole trash can fire situation. Or this is what the takeaway from this story is. Parents. Now, especially in a situation where you have stair-step children, where the children are back to back in age. Okay, maybe I can see if you have 5, 10, 15-year difference in your children. Okay, maybe you can start putting some, or at least I would understand the responsibility that you would put on the eldest towards the youngest. But you have a child that's 7 and the one that's 6. You have a child that's 10 and the one that's 9. You have a child that's 8 and one that's 7. They're pretty much twins. And to have a child hold the responsibility of the other kid or the other children in the household to the degree where they're actually getting blamed, or a large majority of responsibility is being put on their shoulders, is not really fair. And I know that from experience, because there's a lot of situations where I really did not even honestly know what was going on, and that children have a hard time controlling themselves. So to put the responsibility of not only the child controlling themselves and doing what they're supposed to do and focusing on the things they're supposed to be doing, to put another child on another kid is kind of not balanced, is not fair, especially as an adult, not putting responsibility on yourself when you were supposed to be checking on that child. You're supposed to be watching that child. How could you put the blame on the child when you're grown? You're an adult. Adults, I need you to check on the kids in the house. The only question that should have been going on is, Chanel, are you okay? You ain't get burned, did you? You know, you're not coughing from the smoke. You okay? I'm good. I'm good. That's the only question that I should have been asked. As far as I know, as a child, he could have been in the bathroom using the bathroom. I don't see how I got blamed for that. If you're a grown up and your child sets the trash can on fire and you're in the house, don't blame it on another kid. Blame it on yourself. Beat yourself. And that's all I have to say about that. Peace out. And this video is dedicated to my mama and Mr. Little, my stepfather. I can't believe I got in trouble for that.